Great. Good to see some familiar faces and some new faces as well. Just in terms of how this is going to work, you'll come up to the camera. I'll walk you through exactly what we want to do in terms of your setup on a whiteboard. I'll let you then go kind of get your own setup all situated. I'll then go and kind of demonstrate the skills so you can kind of see the mechanics. You'll then do a bunch of reps on your own, and then Forrest and I will provide any sort of feedback, okay? Just so we don't have 10 million noises going on. If we need to make sure you guys are all set, we might just ask for kind of a thumbs up. If at any time you have any questions, just come up, unmute yourself, ask us, get whatever feedback you need, and then that way you can kind of get back to work. So everybody should have a bunch of balls, some cones, a bounce back, and a goal. And if you don't have a goal, like Boyd, I see that, I don't know if there's a goal back there hiding or not. If you have a goal, great. If you don't have a goal, then certainly we can kind of get creative. So what we're going to start out with is just a quick little kind of dynamic warm up here. So last time I think I strained my hamstring, so I'm gonna take it nice and slow this week, okay, Seabass? You know, I can't get injured, all right? So just stick on the ground, and we'll just do some knee hugs. Forrest, you got me all right, yeah?
Yeah, if you want to just tilt it a little bit down.
Gotcha. And you're recording?
Yes.
Cool. No, that's much better, yeah?
Yes, that is.
Okay. Quad pulls. Good. Lunges. Go side lunges. Just go back, forth. Good. Sumos or kind of squats.
Looks like we got a lot of returners too.
Nice. Good. Frankensteins. Good, good, good. Shoe the pigeons. This is Forrest's favorite. You step out, and lean back, and then sweep your arms. Step out, lean back, sweep. You know, in New York, Forrest, there's no shooing of any pigeons. You kind of like, you're kind of scared of them, actually. They don't really like go anywhere. Like as you're walking down the street, they just kind of fight for territory. So sadly, this is called shooing the pigeons, but I don't really do much of that at all.
We don't have any pigeons down here in North Carolina.
No pigeons?
No.
Good. Just kind of get a back twist, back and forth.
A lot of turkey vultures.
Oh, okay. Good. Good. High knee skip. Try to pump that opposite arm. Good. Grab your stick. Up in the air. Stretch out right arm. On your head. Left arm. Good. Right arm across. Left arm across. Good. A couple over the top and back. Oh. Good. One arm forward. One arm back. One arm forward. One arm back. Some neck rolls. Hopefully you don't hear any crunchies like I do. It's never a good sign. Other direction. Good. Maybe take just 1 minute, kind of on your own, whatever you need. Maybe some calves, maybe some extra quads, thigh, arms, whatever you need. Great. Bring it up. Okay, first thing, guys, we're going to be doing is just a little bit of wall ball in terms of setup, pretty straightforward. You've got kind of your bounce back right here. You're going to be set up about, anywhere from 5 to 7 yards away from that. Okay, with a big stack of balls kind of next to you, around you, so you're not chasing balls. And then make sure your camera setup is kind of either here to the side, so we can look at it from a side profile, or kind of behind you, facing, so we're facing kind of your back as you're set up with a whiteboard. Okay, I think most of you guys are set up just like that, but I also just want to make sure that you guys understand, like, every single time you'll get kind of a whiteboard like this, so that way you can see exactly what the setup looks like. Okay, so in terms of what we're working on today, in terms of what we're going to work on is some cross-handed passes. Okay, some cross-handed passes. So what I want to do is, if I'm in my right hand or my strong hand for right now, is I'm going to pull the stick across my body, okay, with kind of a face dodge. So the open part of my stick faces back at me. So I'm not going to show my stick. I'm pulling this across, and then I'm going to throw a overhand pass straight forward, going like this. So I'm focusing on pushing down with my top hand and yanking back with my bottom hand, okay? So I'm gonna throw it, wherever I catch it, bring it back, and go again. So if I catch it over here, I still wanna bring it back and then come right here. If I catch it over here, then I'm gonna catch it, give, and then bring it across, okay? So we're here, straight forward. Now look, you're gonna make some mistakes, all right? I guarantee you that in the first 2 or 3 here, I'm probably going to miss the target myself. All right. So don't worry about that. Just have a big stack of balls. Oh, see, there you go. First one is always a dud. Okay. Across and then down. Okay. You're going to miss. That's okay. Maybe get a little, whoop. Maybe get a little closer. So it all depends on your bounce back. Mine's a little uphill. Man, Forrest, this is a tough one here.
You got
Pull
it, Ryan.
across. Yeah, thanks, guys. Pull across. I got to get repositioned here. And then down. Holy smokes. I did not practice this before we came on. Pull across, down. Here we go. Pull across, and then down. That's it. So once you get that sweet spot, then you're cooking. Okay? Then you're cooking. So across, down, catch, across, pull down, catch, across, pull down. Here we go. So what did that take me? A couple minutes to get in the rhythm, right? So expect the same for you guys. Don't worry if you make a few mistakes. It's all about kind of finding that sweet spot that you're going to hit every single time. Okay? Any questions, boys? Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. I'm getting tripped by Mitch here. Getting tripped by Mitch.
That's how I felt the other day.
Oh, I'm frozen here.
Seabass, bend at your knees a little bit more there. Bend at your knees a little bit more. More athletic position. There you go. That's better. There we go. Seamus, nice job. Keep it up. Ty, let's see it. There we go. Caldroni, good stuff, brother. Keep it up, man. Bring it back every time. Will McDonald, a little bit more athletic position. Like bend at your knees, stand staggered a little bit more. Luke, good job. There we go. Ryan, you're back.
Yeah, sorry. I think I was so bad, Forrest, that it kicked me off.
That's honestly what happened with me on Saturday. Yeah, I was like just couldn't find the backboard.
Yeah.
The bounce back, but we're
How
getting
we
some
doing
reps
here?
in.
Nice. Okay. Seabass, try sliding a little bit more to your right. So that'll give you some more real estate as you pull it across. That way you go straight down. That's it. Good.
Hey, Ty, focus on getting a few reps in instead of just like hesitating, stepping back. Get a few reps in at a time, okay?
Good, George. Boyd, you're just throwing and catching. You're not doing the crossover technique. Boyd, we're not changing hands. Boyd, we're going across like this, and then we're throwing down, okay? Try to put that, no, don't switch hands, Boyd. Boyd, so watch me, look. Boyd, I'm like here. Instead of throwing like this, okay, or changing hands, okay, I'm going like this, and I'm pulling it across, and then I'm throwing. Here, pull across, throw. Yeah, that's it. And Boyd, we can't really see your bounce backs. It's a little tough to see you. Good, Luke.
I don't think Seamus has dropped one yet.
Ty, try stepping with your opposite foot. Good. Good. Let's try switching hands here. Let's try switching hands. Try switching hands now. If you feel comfortable with your strong hand, try switching hands. Forrest, I gotta track down all my balls here that I missed.
Just need to get a good get Mitch to train a good dog.
No.
Seamus, nice job. Keep it up. Got it dialed in. Let's see. Will, bend at your knees a little bit more. Will McDonald, more athletic stance there. More athletic position. Your stand is just straight up. A little overcast up there today, Ryan.
Nice. It's nice. I'll take a gray day.
Yeah. Caldroni came to work today. Seamus, nice job there.
Great. Everybody, back to the camera here, boys. Back to the camera. I promise I'll do this one better. Okay. Next thing we want to work on in terms of just technique is we're going to go from a one-handed cradle into a two-handed pass. So what we're trying to mimic here is I'm carrying the ball with a one-handed cradle. Maybe I'm kind of carrying the open field. Maybe I'm dodging. And I want to go from this one-hand cradle with my hand all the way at the top of my stick. I get that bottom hand at the bottom. I slide my top hand down. I want to take a step or two to get away from pressure and get my hands free and then make that pass, okay? So the way we practice this is we're just set up. I want to get my left foot and my left shoulder forward, my left hand up. I'm getting a couple cradles here. Then I go two hands, take a step back, throw, catch, step up, two hands, throw. Okay, here, two hands, throw. Whoop. Two hands, throw. Okay, make sense, everybody? Again, looking for kind of quality over quality here. So really take your time to get a couple cradles in before kind of getting away from pressure and making that pass.
Seamus, work on the transition with your hands there on your stick. Work on the transition right there.
Good. George, try to plant on that back foot and step back into the pass as opposed to fading away. Same thing with you, Ty. Try not to fade away. Plant on that left foot and then go throw back at your target. Good, George. Way to shift your weight there. Good adjustment. Ty, don't fade away. As you go backwards, plant on your left foot. Plant on your left foot. Go backwards, Ty. Now plant on your left foot and then go back to the target. Plant on that left foot, push off and throw back. But when you throw, Ty, look at me right here. You're here, okay? As you go back, don't fade away and throw, okay? Plant on your left foot and then throw back like this as a target, okay? So we're looking at from a side view, okay, Ty, see this? You go here and then plant and throw back, okay? Don't fade away.
Kyle, when you're backing up there, when you're backing up there, try and get that stick out more.
Let's see it, Boyd. We got you. Let's see it. Good. Good, Boyd. Try to hit a spot so it's gonna come back closer to your head. Okay. I'm not sure how that top of that rebounder is tilted, but if you can, okay. Good, Ty. Good adjustment, Ty.
Seabass, try and take a couple jab steps in and then go back.
Kyle, I want to see that top hand all the way to the top of your stick. All the way to the top of your stick. That right hand, get it all the way to the top. No, no, no. Touching the plastic. Touching the plastic, Kyle. Yeah, that's it. Kyle, look back here. Get that hand all the way at the top when you're cradling, and then when you go to throw, you got to really focus on sliding it farther down. Okay? Good. Switch hands if you haven't done so already. Switch hands if you're comfortable with that strong hand and you want to work on your weak hand.
Kyle, when you're doing that, don't back, like you got to have good balance when you're backing up there.
Seamus, I want to see you start farther away. So you got to throw like a legit, like 8 to 10 yard pass. Start there. Start where you are right now. Yep. And go back from there. Now throw that. That's it, Seamus. Challenge yourself a little bit more. Start there. Start farther back. Start farther back. That's it. Even if you got to run up to catch it, that's fine. Get a little bit more movement, Seamus. I want to see you get back farther. Longer pass. Good handle. Luke, try to be a little bit smoother in that hand transfer. Try to get your hand on your stick and get back as you're moving. Luke, you're going back and then getting your hands on your stick. Do it as you go backwards. Don't fade away, Kyle. Don't fade away, Kyle. Good. Bring it up, boys. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. Okay. We're going to work on some stick handling here, some stick handling and some dodging. Okay. Everybody bring it up to your computer. Bring it up to your computer. Ty, who else is out there? Everybody bring it in, get where you can see. If you need to grab water, that's fine. Get where you can see. Okay, we're going to be working on a little bit of what's called a slalom. Okay, a little bit of a slalom into a shot. Okay, now depending on how your home setup is and what position you play will kind of dictate how you want to set this up. Okay, but if I play attack in an ideal world, okay, in an ideal world, I've got my goal kind of set up like this. And then I want to have cones back here in the corner. So one cone, a second cone about maybe 2 yards up, okay? And another cone right behind the cage, about 3 to 4 yards behind, and a goal line extended about 3 to 4 yards. And you can have it either be one half, or you could do both. If you're a lefty, be over here. If you're a lefty, be over here. If you're a righty, right? Oh, sorry. If you're a righty, then be on this side. So that's if you play attack. If you play midfield, okay? So go get that set up attack if you want to have that kind of set up. If you don't have that space, or if you play midfield, okay, we could take that same setup and we're going to just do it up top here, okay? So I've got a cone in this corner, high wing, about 2-3 yards in front, right in the middle of the field, about 8 yards up, okay? And this guy right here is going to be along this pipe like that. So either one of these setups. If you play midfield up top here, if you play attack back here, this is for righties, and this is for lefties. Go get that set up and come on back. Where am I going? The wrong way?
Yeah, Ryan, you might need to adjust. Yeah, you see where it is.
You can see those balls right there, right?
Yes. I think they just moved just out of the picture there.
Yeah, I'm gonna just slide them up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Forrest, can you see me all right here?
Yes.
Great. What about here?
A little bit out of the picture.
But
Step forward.
here,
Yeah.
here I'm good.
Yep.
How are we looking here? How are we looking, guys? Boyd, if you don't have a goal, that's okay. You can just end it by throwing it kind of towards your bounce back.
Are we on mute?
The more important thing is kind of the stick handling piece, okay? All right, once you're set up, guys, let's get back to the camera. Just give it kind of a little thumbs up here. Great.
All right,
Okay.
looks like we're good to go.
Okay, guys. So I'm just going to kind of demonstrate what we're doing from behind. Okay, and then you midfielders, you guys can then or attackmen, you guys can go start that up. Midfielders, we would just kind of reverse this in front of the cage. And if anybody wants me to demo it, I can kind of flip it around. Okay. So what we're going to be working on is split dodges and then roll dodges. So I'm going to start here at this first cone. I want to start with my stick on the outside hand. So I'm in my right hand right now. Okay. And I'm just using this first cone as just basically a little bit of like a dummy defender. This is where I want to do my first change of speed and change of direction. Okay. So I'm going to pick up the ball. I'm going to kind of float a little bit just to get myself loose. And then don't worry about going right at the cone. Worry more about kind of this general area and act like this is a defender. Okay. So I want to try to do a quick change of direction. I'm going to plant in the direction of my stick. I'm going to let go with my top hand. Okay. Slide my bottom hand up and then aggressively attack the opposite direction. Okay. This next cone that's in the middle of the field, either the behind the cage or in front, I want another change of direction here. So I'm coming here. I don't want to stop short. I want to go past this cone. Okay, that's going to really force my defender's hand to commit to the opposite side of the field, whether that's behind or in front. So I want to plant on the opposite side of this cone with my inside foot. And now I'm going into a roll dodge. So swing that hip. I've got my stick between my legs. I transfer hand to hand. Ryan, yep. I know I'm off the camera. I know.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to turn the corner here at this next cone. I'm going to get above the cage and turn my hips back towards the cage and finish. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? Makes sense to everybody. Okay. The key part here is that change of direction at the middle. Okay. Again, just to mimic this, what I'm doing is I want to pop this foot beyond the cone. Don't stop short. Don't do it here. Get to the opposite side of the cone. Plant roll back, keep my stick nice and tight, then I change hands, okay, before turning the corner. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? Okay. Attackmen, you guys can get going here. You can get going. Okay. Midfielders, okay. The way this works is the same principles that we just talked about, okay? Same principles that we just talked about, except now I'm going to change directions. Those top two cones. Then at that middle cone, I'm going to change directions again, and then I'm going to fire a shot off as soon as I roll, okay? So, Forrest, talk to me here. Can you see me up top?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, same thing. Stick on the outside. I'm floating just to get myself loose. Boom, I'm changing directions, changing speed, getting to this middle of the field. Here, I'm planting. I'm planting when I get past that cone. I'm rolling. I'm bringing my stick with me, taking that extra step. Now I change hands. 1, 2, and I want to barrel down to this next cone before taking that shot. So split, roll, shot. Does that make sense, midfielders? Any questions? Good. Here we go, boys. Split, roll, shot. Good, Will McDonald.
Kyle, nice job.
Luke, we need to see a split dodge of that first cone. Right to left split.
Seabass, you could probably turn the corner a little bit closer to GLE there.
Luke, see how you're fading away towards the corner of the goal? Once you roll back, get your hips and your shoulders back, going back to the cage before you take that shot. Okay? You can start even a little bit wider, more to your right, Luke, so you got a little more runway on after you do that split dodge. That looked good, Kyle. Take like one extra step upfield, okay?
Will McDonald, keep your feet moving.
Seamus, I want to see a one-hand cradle until you get to like goal line extended. Then add that second hand, but not before. Seabass, focus on when you roll, do your roll dodge, you have a tendency to drag your stick. When you roll, bring your stick with you and then change hands. Don't change hands before you roll.
Seamus, make sure that you're keeping your head up. Whenever you're rolling there, keep that head up.
Seabass, get that momentum going back to the cage. By the way, Forrest, as an Irishman, you should know it's Seamus, not Seamus.
I'm horrible at names.
I mean, good Irish name like Seamus.
Noted.
Good, Seabass. Good, Sebastian. Will McDonald, don't fade away. After you roll, want to get your momentum going back to the cage. Same thing with you, Seabass. Don't fade away from the goal in that shot. Go back to the cage. Good, well, Boyd. Good, Boyd. Sorry.
Ty, nice job.
Good, Caldroni. Good, Caldroni. Look really smooth. Oh, Boyd, I love the creativity with the trash cans, brother.
Ty, nice job there.
Good. If you haven't done so already, try to get a couple reps on the other side. If you're like, hey, I'm in a rhythm here and I feel good, I want to master this, just keep going the same way. If you can seamlessly kind of transition to the other side, please do so. But otherwise, stick with just really getting a ton of reps here.
Seamus, good stuff, buddy. Try the other direction now. I think you've got your right finish there down pat. Ty, you can work a few in offhand, all right? Seabass, make sure you got your head up when you're dodging. On that rollback, right? You just dropped your head the whole time.
This far forward. All right, bring it up, boys. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. All right, next thing we're going to work on here is we're going to work at a move at goal line extended, okay, called the Z dodge, And so the way we want to have this set up is we've got our goal, and then we want to put a cone about 3 yards off of the middle of the crease or the middle of the goal, so about 3 yards here, okay? Take about 2 large paces out along goal line extended, okay? And then you want to put a cone at about 5 and 5, so about 5 yards up and about 3 to 5 yards kind of wide. So right and kind of there. So you're kind of creating this little bit of a triangle. So you could do that. And then in terms of your camera setup, just have it be somewhere kind of like here, so we can kind of see there. Maybe it's like here, somewhere where we could see the cage and the cones. All right. And you're gonna have kind of all your balls. You want to kind of be right back here, right behind the cage. Your big stack of balls kind of right there. If your camera's kind of behind the cage like this, that's fine too. Just somewhere we could see the goal in those cones, okay? Of course, you got me there, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Off to the left, right? Yep. Okay, you're going there.
Let me know when we're good to go here.
Okay, yeah, we still got a couple guys setting up.
All good, all good. Seamus, that looks good. Seabass, I like what's going on here. That looks pretty good, Will. Will's got his own like private camera person, I think. Will McDonald's got a full broadcast team behind him, I think. Production team behind him. Might need full production team behind Will McDonald. We might need to, like the end of sports games, and they like called out the camera crew. We might need to get a call out for the McDonald's family here.
Seeing goals being moved and bounce backs being moved across the field, it's craziness.
All right, nice. We got everybody. Will, come back if you can see once you're set up, Will. Boyd, you might be better off kind of moving the trash cans as opposed to, working around them. But you're good. Watch first, Boyd, and then we'll kind of see what it looks like. Okay? All right, so boys, what we're going to be working on here is a Z dodge, okay? So using that setup that we just kind of walked through, we're going to start here back behind the cage with the ball in our stick. And what we're mimicking is we're turning the corner just like we were earlier. But now this defenseman who's covering us, he kind of turns his hips back towards the sideline, or towards the end line rather. These are his hips, and he's kind of holding us, okay? And there's a tendency for offensive players to do a roll dodge and go behind the cage. And what I want you guys to work on today is what's called a Z dodge, and that's popping wide. And now this defender chases you, takes a bad approach angle, and you attack top side, okay? So Z dodge, all right? Z dodge. That makes sense to everybody? So the way it works is like this. The way it looks, okay? And it's gonna borrow from one of those techniques we practiced earlier during our stick handling, okay? So I've got the ball here behind the cage. I'm in a one-hand cradle. My opposite arm's up. My head is up. If I'm left-handed, I would just go on the opposite side, okay? So I'm going to carry up to this cone. I want to kind of nestle in, and what I'm mimicking here is this defender is covering me, right? And he's turned his hips. He's swung his hips, and now he's pushing me like this. He's pushing me, and he's driving me. He might be in a V-hold, and he's pushing, okay? And offensively, what we do a lot of times is we get to here, and then we roll back behind the cage. And what I want you to do is, instead of that, I want you to pop and get width, okay? I'm going to bounce. It's almost like a shuffle here. I'm here, and then I bounce. I get my head up. I get two hands on my stick. Now that defender is going to feel the need to come out and cover me because I'm a potential to feed. Once he chases after me, now I go back to attacking topside aggressively until I get enough angle in front of the cage where I turn back and shoot and score. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, Z dodge. Here we go. Z dodge.
Ty, what's up?
My dad was moving the camera, so could you show the Z dodge one more time?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, Ty, you got me here? You're gonna do this. I'm on my right hand, Ty, so you would just be on your left side, okay?
All
right, so Ty, I'm here. I'm doing a one-hand cradle. I'm carrying up just like we practiced earlier, okay? And this is where the defender pushes me or turns me back, okay? So if I'm this defender, he's taught to swing his hips around like this and push you, right? Or get a stick up field and drive you, right? And what we, as attackmen, we have a tendency to get to here and then kind of roll back behind the cage. And what I want you to do is carry up, nestle in, mimic, push, hold, and then pop, bounce super wide, 2 hands on the stick, head up. He's gonna think you're feeding, he's gonna chase after you, and now I re-attack upfield, get top side, and now I get high enough above the cage where I have shooting angle, and now I take that shot.
All
Okay?
right. Mhm.
Z dodge.
How does the camera look? Good? Does it look good? Can you see the goal?
You look great. I think that's Ty. Seamus, try to turn your camera a little bit so we can see you. And Ty, if you need to slide your cage more so you got more real estate, you can just practice that one hand. Seamus, focus on planting with your right foot. When you bounce, plant with your right foot so that you could attack on a sharper angle. You're a little too rounded when you re-attack. Plant on your right foot, Seamus. Right foot. Luke, don't worry so much about running to that top cone, okay? Think of it more of a general area so you just get high enough, okay? I want to see a one-hand cradle coming from behind the cage, Luke. One hand and then go to 2 hands when you pop. Start with one hand, though. Will
Seabass.
McDonald. Go ahead, Forrest, go ahead.
Seabass, make sure you have your head up here. All right. You keep dropping your head. Try and have crisp footwork on the cones there.
Hey, Will McDonald, you're just running from cone to cone, okay? When you get to that first cone and you bounce, I want to see your head up. Don't stare at the cone. Head up and get your stick up as though you're going to pass. Don't be cradling. Mimic a pass and then re-attack. Better, Will, but don't fake a pass to the camera. Fake a pass to one of your teammates upfield. And I want to see you start with a one-hand cradle, Will, not 2 hands. One hand. Good. 2 hands.
Seabass, a lot better keeping your head up there.
Same thing, Will. When you're making that pass, get 2 hands on your stick and look to the inside as though you're throwing to a imaginary teammate. Caldroni, that looks so smooth, man. That looks really good. That looks really good. Caldroni, if you can, try to swing your outside hip around so you're going back to the cage so you're not faded away. That little half jump shot, that's fine. But if you can, work on getting your right hip and swing it back to the cage just so your shoulders and hips face the cage. That'll give you a little bit more velocity on your shot. Better, much better. Ty, as soon as you get to that top cone, shoot on the run. Don't stop.
Seamus, when you're bouncing out, sell it more as you're a feeder, okay? You got to like sell that for a sec there.
Okay, time to add a variation here. Time to add a variation. So real quick, come back to your camera. Real quick, come back to your camera. Okay. Option one. add a cage to the move. So start in that corner, split, get to X, roll, get to goal line extended, and then Z dodge. That's option 1. Option 2 is you do a Z dodge into a move at 5 and 5. So in this case, I'll just demo rather, an inside roll, okay? So I'm starting here, right? I carry up, nestle in, act like I'm passing, attack, get up here, plant that inside foot, roll, don't fade away. I'm gonna get to the middle of the cage, not fade away. I'm here, fake near, oh, very far. Dear God, off day, Forrest, off day. Okay, again, here, bounce, re-attack, plant, finish. Okay, so you can either do a Z dodge into an inside roll, or you could do the slalom into the Z dodge. If you want to get totally bonkers, you can go slalom into Z into inside roll. If you're speaking Chinese, then just do the Z into an inside roll. But like Caldroni, you got enough space back there. I want to see a slalom into a Z. Don't worry about cones. Just good. Turn those hips back towards the cage, Kyle. Will McDonald, get in front of the cage. Don't fade behind. Ty, when you get to 5 and 5, don't get rid of this kind of roll here. Just cradle up an inside roll, okay?
Seamus, don't slow down on the dodge there.
Hey guys, you shouldn't be stopping when you get to that cone 2 to 3 yards wide of goal line extended. The only reason I kind of slowed down was just because I was doing that demo. But when you bounce out, hit that foot and go. Hit your outside foot and go. Go, Will. Go. That's it. Good, Luke. Good, George.
Ty, work on keeping that stick close to your body if you're inside rolling there.
Boyd, don't change hands on the inside roll. Don't change hands on that inside roll. Stay in the same hand.
Will McDonald, nice job. Little inside roll.
Hey, Ty, real quick. Okay? Ty, real quick, watch. Don't stop, okay? So I was just doing the demo to mimic it, but if I'm going full speed here, I'm here, and I'm planting and going. Do you see that? When I get to that wide cone, I don't stop. My outside foot hits, and then I go, okay? Same thing with you, Will McDonald. Don't stop when you get to that cone. Will McDonald, come watch for 1 second. Will, come watch for 1 second. Okay? Forrest, will you let me know if Will's at his computer?
Yeah, Will's at his computer.
Good. So, Will, I'm here, one-hand cradle. I'm here, I bounce, I go right away. You see that? You see that, Will?
Yeah, he sees
My head's, okay. That's it. Ty, stop rolling that wrist. Stop rolling your wrist. go for your inside roll. Good, Kyle. Way to work on your left, Kyle. Excellent, Caldroni. Excellent.
Seamus, work it out, switch it up and put the cones on the other side now. Or move your cage so you don't have to do that.
We only got maybe a couple minutes here, so.
Oh.
Seamus, you can work on that when we sign off. You only got, guys, get maybe 3 to 4 more good reps here. 3 to 4 more good reps. Get a good ender in. Make sure you get a good ender. Caldroni, that's not an inside roll. I mean, I know. Well, if you're going to do a question mark, then we want to get you a different spot so you have more angle to shoot at. Good. Inside roll. Good. Don't fake and shoot the same spot. Okay, get a good ender, and then bring it on up. Get a good ender, and then bring it on up. Excellent, Caldroni. That's a great ender. Good, Luke. Guys, really good work today. Really good work today. I mean, I set just a totally brutal tone for us. You guys can unmute yourselves, by the way. But just totally brutal cross-handed passing on my part. So my apologies. But I thought you guys looked really good. You know, that slalom from behind the cage and in front of the cage. I mean, that's the type of stuff that really will improve your stick handling. Okay, and then that Z dodge is something that, you know, especially from behind the cage, is a really effective move. You can also move that in front of the cage. It's all about bouncing and then kind of reattacking. So let's I guess I said unmute and then Forrest muted you because it was so windy. But Will McDonald, what's one thing you got better at today? One thing you learned or got better at today?
I got better at like roll dodging.
Nice, Kyle. You're on mute, Kyle. You're on mute. You gotta unmute yourself, brother.
Okay. I got better at my Z dodge.
Okay, Caldroni, what'd you get better at? You're on mute, Kyle. Or George, you gotta unmute yourself.
The Z dodge.
Okay. Nice. Seamus? Oh, sorry. Keep going, George. Keep going.
And the inside roll.
Nice.
I got better at the Z dodge as well.
Seamus, do we need to have a talk with Forrest that your name is Seamus and not Seamus?
I could barely hear half of the time, so.
All right. What about you, Ty?
I got better at the Z dodge and my inside roll.
Seabass?
I got better at like the wall ball stuff, but also I learned to like keep my head up on like all the dodges.
Good. What about you, Luke?
I did better at the Z dodge.
What do we got in the background, Luke? Is that a pond? Is that a lake? Is that a stream? Is that it's a lake?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, boys, good work. We won't. You guys were going really hard, so we won't do any conditioning today. You know, Forrest was like, these guys should be doing hundreds of push-ups and hundreds of sit-ups and like burpees, and I was like, you know, Forrest, let's see how it goes first. So, you know, you can next time maybe we'll do some conditioning, but I think you guys worked hard, so we won't do any conditioning today. But good work, boys. We'll I know some of you guys will maybe see later this week. We'll put out information about next week on Thursday, and we got a kind of special special deal coming your guys' way as well. So some backyard clinic merch. So keep your eyes on that. But good work, boys. Great job. Obviously, feel free to keep practicing, especially on some of those weekend stuff. But good job and have a good rest of the day. Okay.
Great job, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Bye.
Stop video. Leave.